So it started in February 2010. So I was in second semester and I was like boxing, kickboxing, felt invincible. But I was just like on the extreme end of it and I was getting punched in the head for fun. And then it was 5 months later, I woke up with all these like really weird symptoms. Like I just felt like something wasn't right. So like so many other people, the first thing I did is I was just like, whatever, it's fine, it's normal. It was within a couple months I realized that these issues kept coming back in waves and they were coming back more and more intense. I was waking up most days with right-sided headaches, sore throat every morning, burning on the whole right side of my chest. I had digestive issues, right knee instability, low back issues, like you name it, I had it. I could ignore all of it. Except 3 things. The anxiety, like that was just my thoughts going like a million miles an hour, nonstop. My depression, I just didn't want to do anything anymore. And then my insomnia, I couldn't sleep for longer than 2 hours a night. And at that point, it was like I knew my life was never going to be the same again. Like there was just something that changed. I started going to all these alternative practitioners, from different chiropractors, acupuncturists, naturopaths, spiritual healers, counselors, you name it, I tried it. And it was a 2-year journey. And in 2 years, spent a lot of money and spent a lot of my emotional health just hoping I was going to get better, and I didn't. So in January 2012, my New Year's resolution was that I was just going to give up on myself, and that if anybody asked how I was doing, I was just going to say fine. I wasn't fine. I wasn't myself. I couldn't do what I wanted to do. I couldn't live life. But I just told everybody I was fine because I just didn't want to hear it anymore. I didn't want to hear any more, oh, you should try this, or it's this diagnosis. I was just spent. I'd rather not worry about it and just live my life and suffer than keep trying to give myself that false hope that there's a way out of this. So it was a few months later, I walked into a chiropractor's office to shadow. So follow them around for the day to see how they did things, because I did that all throughout school. And this chiropractor focused on the upper neck. So I went in there, they covered it in school for a total of like 12 seconds, one class in a 3.5-year program, okay? So I had my blinders on that it was like hocus pocus and it wasn't gonna do anything, but I said I might as well, I came here to shadow, I'm gonna go check it out. That day, I left and I called that doc back, I said, can I shadow again? She goes, absolutely, under one condition. I go, what's that? She goes, you gotta get under care. The rest is history. Got adjusted and it was, there were ups and downs, but I started getting my life back. I started sleeping longer. I started feeling emotional connections with people again. For what many people don't know is that for 1.5 years, 2 years, I couldn't connect with my wife. I literally was emotionally numb, but I knew I couldn't leave because I knew it wasn't her. But I had no emotional connection, and that was one of the worst things, because it's like I was like just numb all day. And I started feeling like glimpses of love again, glimpses of excitement, like life coming back through me. And then slowly started transforming that. When I look back 10 months from April, I was like, I'm better than I was before. Like this is life. Like this is, I got my life back. It's no longer about those symptoms. I didn't care about those symptoms. It was like I could now go forth and help people that are suffering like this or worse. So that put a fire in me. After suffering for 2 years and I like gave up my hope of ever being healthy again, I was like, once I got my life back and I had just graduated, I go, how many people are like this every darn day that have no hope and they don't know what to do and they just think that's the way they are and it's normal, and they use the 4-letter F word, the fine. Every single day somebody asks them how they're doing, but they're not fine. So that's what I tell them. There's hope, and the answer is in you. The answer isn't in a pill. The answer isn't outside of you. We got to get that body working the way it's supposed to, or you're never going to be happy with the outcome. What I see is a Rochester which is healthy, which is thriving. Like how many people are out there and they're not able to connect with their significant others. They're not able to be the best father, the best mother, the best grandmother, the best sister, whoever it is, because they're sick, or they're not able to go forth with their career dreams, or they're not able to play their sport, do their hobby, what brings them peace, and share it with others. Play instruments, musical instruments, because they're suffering with migraines and headaches. Every single person was adjusted. We would see this world just being more loving and more caring for one another, because when you're sick, or when I was sick, the only person I cared about was myself. That's it. And it's a survival mechanism, that's it. So when you're adjusted and you're clear, you can now care for other people with your talents. Every time I see a life change, you see the whole family change, you see lives change all around, that it literally just, it a lot of times just brings me to tears, because you just see how blessed you are to help other people. My baby girl at 18 hours old was given her first adjustment. The reason is because my baby girl from day one deserved a clear nerve system. She deserved to live life to the fullest 100%. It's just, how blessed am I to see this and to help facilitate that body work in the way it was designed from the beginning, so they can be the best mother, the best father, the best anything they want to be. Come on in. Let's make sure you're connected, let's make sure you're clear, and let's get you living life better so you can do what you want to do in life and serve more people.